Alrighty, time to get to work. Oh, that's right. I got something special to announce for you, ladies and gentlemen. Well, maybe not special, but you definitely have something to announce. But we'll get to that later. Time for me stories with the idiots. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? Welcome to the Misfit podcast once again, where we're a little short of people today. I don't know why.
Snap, it's me!
Oh, we have a late entry, apparently. He decided to show up finally after we've been waiting for, an extra 5 minutes now. But who we got today? The first person that was here, please state your name.
I am here. I'm burnt. I am alive somehow, hidden in a cave. The coyote's after me.
I thought you had the dingoes down there.
Yeah, dingoes. I meant dingoes. I've been talking about coyotes.
Burnt's lying. He's lying again. He doesn't live in Australia.
He doesn't
no.
exist. He's a highly advanced AI.
Exactly. Hi. Wait, Eric does not compute. Shutting down.
Error 14. Whatever that is. And who's this last person to join us, like, right as the bell started, man? How the hell did you pull that off?
It's y'all. I'm late. I'm like 17 minutes late.
I
Y'all
know,
just
but because of that, we decided to start later to give you guys more opportunity. We're starting 5 minutes late, actually, which is hilarious. And you're still like, you just beat the buzzer.
Fantastic. Hi, everybody. I am Crash Test Genius, and I just ate supper, and it was delicious. So,
what'd you have?
I had some pasta, some gluten-free pasta, because the wife.
The wife is China, yeah.
With Italian sausage, portobello mushrooms, onions, orange bell pepper with a Parmesan garlic Alfredo sauce with a side salad.
Sounds good.
Ooh.
And
Tasty.
that leads me, believe it or not, that leads me into a story. So as everybody knows, I just got back from vacation, right?
Oh, yeah. Welcome back.
Yes,
You're
I'm
alive.
back. That's the one reason we didn't have a podcast last week, because we couldn't record it, number one, ahead of time. And number two, everybody was going off for Thanksgiving shit when I got back. So I was like, all right, I'll just stream and post another video and shit. So it worked out.
Yeah, that's family time.
Yeah, I didn't want to screw with that. And I got real mad at stuffing my fucking fat rabbit face. But that, go watch the video and you'll find out. But yeah, so I had some Chinese food on my trip there, and I went to like the very tip of like the Lower Peninsula in Michigan for my trip, and we're talking like I'm out in the boonies, like even more so than I am where it would take a 30-minute helicopter ride just to reach a hospital if I got hurt.
Oof.
Yeah, so I was out there, but so we stayed in the town kind of deal. We're like, you know what, let's go try this Chinese place. We always hear about it, from the other guys that we were with, and they're like, oh, it's good. Oh my God, I thought I was going to have a diabetic coma. There was so much goddamn sugar in that Chinese food. I don't know what the hell they just... I'm sorry, I just did not like it at all. It hurt.
Newsflash, it probably wasn't Chinese food. It was just fairy floss. Or candy floss?
It might have been. It might have been. I got the sweet and sour pork there, and I love sweet and sour pork, but it was all sweet. There was no sour whatsoever. But the funny thing is, you looked behind the counters like, yep, it's authentic Chinese. They know what they're doing, but I don't fucking know. Just sugar was on the list, and everybody else was like, oh my God, it's good. But me and my dad were like, what the fuck is this shit? Diabetic coma.
Just start foaming at the mouth.
No, not even foaming. Just sugar, it just like pouring out of my pores. It was so bad. But yeah, other than that, I had a good vacation. Didn't get lucky this year, unfortunately. So my family's gonna starve and stuff like that. But no big deal.
Yeesh.
Yeah, I wasn't a successful hunter, but the weather this year was horrendous. Like the first day I was out, about noonish, it just started downpour, and it's like, I'm not sticking out here in the rain. I love being okay hardcore, but rain just soaks through all the clothes. Then you got to tumble dry it real quick over the night. And it's just like, I'm not dealing with this. So me and my dad walked in and said, fuck it. Then we drove up to northern Michigan the next day. And just up there again, just wind, nothing was moving, snow. I got to show you guys a picture of what my drive was like on the way back. But to explain it to the other folks at home, if you don't know, Michigan loves its snow. And because of that, I ended up having a really, really horrendous time. Oh my god, I can't find my fucking shit right now. I had a really
Words are
horrendous
hard.
time. Huh?
Words are hard.
Words are very hard, especially when you're looking on your phone trying to talk at the same time. But you think I'd be, doing YouTube, I'd be okay with this at this point. But no, I'm not. And in fact, shit, I can't. All right, I'll send you guys the picture. Well, but yeah, my vacation was pretty good. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was nice, but coming back after that, I am just so fucking stupid on recording a bunch of shit right now
Mm-hmm.
and getting back in the upload schedule. And then I got food poisoning on Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's not good. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, that was not a fun Thanksgiving. But how are you guys doing now that I've rambled for about 5 minutes?
I'm doing well.
I'm doing okay. It's hot though. Fucking.
It's Australia.
summer
What do
heat.
you expect?
Yeah, but it's coming into summer, so it's like, oh yeah, so I'm from the normal heat that you feel. Or if it's winter, then it's like, all right, so it's not sort of chilly, not really cold, but it's bearable. Now it's just sort of like, oh yeah, your skin's melting. By the way.
No, we're finally getting some cold weather here, and it's nice and crisp and clear. I'm all about it.
We've had cold weather for the past, oh my god, couple months now, and it's fine, but I have no snow, except for obviously when I was driving up to, driving back from Michigan, which finally I could
just
show the picture. I got it. That was my drive back.
Oh shit, that looks bad.
Yeah, and that just started like 5 minutes ago, and that was that bad. So
Oh man.
it definitely was coming down.
Yeah.
So it was a good trip. So I did get to see a wild porcupine though.
Fantastic.
At least let me get it. Did you know that porcupines climb trees?
They do?
Really?
Really, I have a picture
guess that-
proving it.
That band name Porcupine Tree makes a little bit more sense now.
There's a band named Porcupine Tree. Are you fucking?
It's a
shitting me?
there's a prog rock band called Porcupine Tree.
Wow.
Now there, see, look, that is not a squirrel. That is not a raccoon. That is a northern Michigan wild porcupine.
Oh, I thought you meant climb tree like vertically. Like
That
a
is
squirrel would.
vertically.
He's going up a wheelchair ramp right now.
Yeah, you realize how? I mean, you think about it though.
Yeah,
Porcupines
that's-
are supposed to stay on the ground.
Are they? No, apparently not.
Apparently not. At least not in Michigan.
I don't know anything about porcupines.
No,
So-
but that is
That's
what,
pretty cool though. That's a cool picture.
I know. I just wish it wasn't so zoomed in. It looks kind of grainy. But he was about 50 yards away from me, and the camera only zooms so far on a phone. But nothing was moving. I'm looking around. All of a sudden, I see this thing climbing up a tree. That's like, that's not an opossum. That's not a raccoon. That's a fucking porcupine.
It's super.
I gotta take a picture. I gotta take a picture of this. Fuck this shit.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't like. I've never seen like a proper porcupine up close because I'm in Australia. But
We don't need to add
Yeah,
more
they could
dangerous
actually-
animals to y'all's ledger of shit y'all gotta deal with.
I know, right? Like
You already got
hide
the
in caves.
spiders.
It's true.
They're sitting above you right now, waiting to kill you in your sleep.
Well, yeah, there's a redback right above me actually. Now look. Hi. Goodbye.
Why have y'all not
Goodbye.
dealt with that? If I had like spiders anywhere in my house, even in the garage, I would deal with it immediately.
Right, because if you didn't, your wife would kick you in the balls again.
No, I just don't want them around. Like even the ones that eat other spiders and things like that, like wolf spiders, it's still like, buddy, gotta get out of
vamos.
here.
You gotta vamos.
Well, it's more like I am busy at the moment. I can't be bothered. I'll deal with it afterwards.
No, you won't.
No,
Because
you
it's been
won't.
like this for months at
Yeah,
least.
because what
Well,
podcast?
that one spider I'll deal with. The others I can live because they're not directly above me. This one is.
Hmm.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, I hate to bring it into this, but
Oh, what are
net
we doing?
neutrality, guys.
God.
Why?
Don't even.
Why are we? I know.
Why
I
is
just.
this
I want.
still a thing?
I know. Why is this still a thing? I don't get it. It's pissing me off the fact that we're still going to this. I thought we got rid of this shit, and all of a sudden
No,
they're
like,
coming back with it.
I
Mhm.
figured it'd come back again this year, but it's like one of those meme things, like Halloween on Tumblr, that it's like, oh yeah, it's 2 months before Halloween, let's start putting up Halloween stuff. It's like, oh, great, cool, wonderful,
Right, but
fantastic.
the thing about it
And
is it's not fake. They're actually talking about
yeah,
this shit. Like it's a
norm,
serious thing. Like I've actually had to call my senator and say, "Don't
yeah,
do this fucking shit."
Yeah.
This is
normally
stupid.
I don't really have to worry about it because it's American thing, not Australian.
Ooh, you
Well-
still have to worry about it because anything that happens first of all, anything that happens in one country, a lot of the other countries will look at that as a precedent, which is dangerous. The other thing is
Oh,
that
yeah.
even though it only affects our internet, it still affects the way we communicate with the rest of the world.
We won't be able to
That's
talk to
true.
you.
Well,
I know
mean,
that.
we will be able
I'm-
to talk to them, just it'll affect the way a lot of things happen. I mean, with us, like, us being a gaming channel and us being gamers to begin with and doing a lot of online gaming, either through consoles or PC or whatever, it's still internet connection. That could get, set as a low priority for your ISP. And,
Mm.
it's just it's just bullshit regulation that people look at it as like, oh, we want a way to force you to use our certain services and everything
Right.
like that. And it's like,
Well, if you notice, it's the
You know,
big companies.
people on different cell phone services providers can still talk to one another. They just get, I don't know I guess they get certain charges for it. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. That used
No,
to be
they
a
don't
thing.
because I call people on AT&T all the time. My parents use a Walmart bot based phone thing that's just some random third party. It's straight talk kind of deal.
Yeah.
And I communicate them with just fine. I mean,
And you don't get like bill. I don't know.
I
what
don't
your
get
plan
billed.
is.
No, it's I
Yeah.
call any person.
Mm-hmm. And see, that's the thing is that it's restricting a global and universal form of communication
For $5 a person. That's what it fucking is.
or whatever they're going to be charging, however
Right.
they're going to be throttling it, however. And the thing is, they've said like, oh, we're not going to do that, but we want the option there, but we won't. Wink. And
Bull
it's like, well, then
fucking shit.
fucking leave it alone. Yeah, exactly.
as soon as they can make another, because here's the thing, there's what 3 million people, 3 billion people, or 3 million people in America right now. 3 billion, I think.
300
Wow,
million. 300 million people.
300 million. Thank you. I
Google
forgot
it right now.
All right,
It's
but
like 6 billion
Since I'm still
people.
allowed to.
right, but
Well,
you
I'm still allowed to.
right, well, you're allowed to Google. But if you times that, just say they charge you $5 for like like
323
YouTube.
million.
323 million times that by $5. Let's just say everybody could have it. Not everybody
Well,
can.
no,
but
that's a census because that's like if you want to go by household because that's also
Okay, yeah. So divide that by 4.
Yeah, let's think about that by
Figure a family of 4. Okay, so you divide everything by 4. So what do we get then?
But then you get, I mean, if you were just simply do that, that would be 80 million families. If everything happened to fit perfectly into a family of 4, then yeah, it'd be about 80 million homes.
Right. So you times
My
that
head
by
hurts.
$5. That
But then on top of that, you have businesses and all this other stuff. Like,
and they're trying to sell you stuff, and then they can't sell their ads, so then they go under. None of the little guy. If you're a little guy, you're never going to be able to make it. I mean,
it's just it's a form
It's a
of,
money grab.
like I said, it's a form of communication.
I know. And you want?
That
Here's my.
should
Here's
not, and I'm
Sorry.
trying to remember the first reason they did it was why. Was it like, oh, protect the children? Was that the first
I
thing they were like, oh,
don't
it'll give us
know.
better policing on the online or some bullshit like that? I don't remember.
know. But if
Yeah.
you're a responsible parent, I mean, you should be able to do that. But the other thing is, well, I mean, if you're responsible, and not a lot of people are, or they watch what they're doing. I mean, there are ways. I mean, there are safe settings on your fucking computer. I mean,
Oh my god, they're once again, if you're using any type of, whether you're using Chrome or Internet Explorer or Firefox
you can
or
set
whatever,
it for children.
well, there are extensions and apps that you can download and install with a click of a button, and then
Right.
lock them with a password so that they can't undo it. If that's your problem. Now that
Right.
once again is not like the crux, the linchpin of this argument. A lot of it has to do with
Money.
yeah, that's the crux. What it all comes down to is cash and control.
Well, here's one opinion I want to throw out there for it too. real quick. But real quick, we have a new person joining us. K-Dog's here, everybody. He's walked on stage. How you doing, man? All right, there he is.
Are you awake enough to be coherent in speech?
Nope.
Nope.
All
right.
That's what I want. You've walked into a serious conversation about
Net neutrality.
net neutrality. How do you feel?
Kill me.
Oh, there he goes. He walked off stage. He's had
His
enough.
left.
Oh God, I think we got our answer there. No, but I just want to throw out this, and this is just my way of thinking, because I've noticed like trends and stuff like, through Xfinity you can get cable, you can get internet, and you can get cell phone because it's Comcast,
Cell phone
or
land,
AT&T, excuse me. I don't know.
landline.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, everybody our age doesn't really watch TV per se anymore, because it's a what do you want to call it? It's a a dying thing, like, for the most part, unless you buy
a lot
like
of people
HBO.
are used. There are so many productions that are being, whether it's movie or miniseries or full series, that are being created specifically for YouTube and Amazon Prime and Hulu and Netflix and all these other internet services.
Right, for streaming.
Well, and the thing is that a lot of people are, and also, I'll get to this in a second, that a lot of people look at cable as going, well, I'm paying however much, $70, $100 a month for 300 channels or however much they're giving you, and I'm only watching a handful of them. Why can't I just get it a la carte, which I can pay $8 a month or however much it is for Netflix now, and get all of these movies. They cycle in and out. They've got original productions. Same thing with Hulu. Same thing. There's so much free content on YouTube, and now YouTube has YouTube Red, where they're starting to have sponsored stuff as well. But then there's actually a service now called Sling, where you can actually get packages kind of a la carte.
Right. Isn't that the what do you want to call it, the Danny Trejo there or whatever?
Yeah, he's
guy?
the one that's kind of the spokesperson for it, which I think is a great idea, because a lot of people look at it and go, well, gone are the days. This is the thing. Gone are the days of, and this was over a decade ago, of sitting down and waiting for your show or watching it at a certain time. I don't remember when TiVo came out, but it was over a decade ago.
Oh, I remember
and
TiVo.
TiVo and DVR and all that kind of stuff showed up, and people could record their shows. Even before that, really, you could record it via VHS if you could figure out how to program and time your VHS to player to record at that particular time. But people had a way to save shows, and so now I think it's going to a consumer centric kind of a la carte. When do you have time? When do you want to watch? And it should be provided that way. But if it's just like, we're just going to throw 1,000 things at you and you're going to have to pay for the whole thing, a lot of people are looking at that now going, well, that's how they used to do it, but there's so many better ways to do it now that are better for me, the consumer. And if you want my dollar, you need to provide that kind of service, because that's what I want. And a lot of these companies are digging in their heels and going, well, we want to keep with the the setup that we have that already exists. We don't, and I understand that
we don't want
to
change, because then we don't make that much money.
Well, no, it's not so much that. It's they already have everything set up. They want to keep using it, and it would cost, of course, from a business standpoint, it would cost them more money to roll out, to do either some sort of research and development for this new type of program, and they may have to do new hardware that they run out to houses, and like there's going to be cost for them to do this. It's not just they flip a switch and they go from here's everything through the cable versus here's what you pay for. Like, they have to still like program that and set that shit up, and that takes time and that takes money. So I can understand that from the business standpoint, but you got to follow, if you're a business, you got to follow the dollar. You got to follow what your customer wants, and it's what your customer, the majority wants. And it seems like a lot of people, especially with our generation, kind of coming up and now getting jobs and getting houses and kind of settling in. And,
because I think, as we stated in the last time, the 18 to 30-year-olds are the millennials, which is our generation, as we all fall in it. Even you are, Crash, believe it or not.
Barely.
Barely, but you're still a millennial, technically.
Yeah, I am.
Even my boss didn't think he was a millennial till he found out. I was like, oh, yeah, you are, buddy.
Yeah, what is it? After
we are the
born,
workforce.
I think it's after 2000. It's considered like Generation Z or something like that. They got the stupid names for generations. Whatever. I was born in '88. That's basically, I don't fucking care.
That was 5 years later.
So whatever generation label you want to put on me. But anyway, our group, our generation is starting to become the workforce, and therefore the massive consumer force that will be here for the, health willing next 50 something years.
Right.
And we've grown up with the boom of the commonplace household internet. Why? I mean, it was like the
Well, some of us did.
Well, I mean, it was like around in the mid-90s that like dial-up and AOL and all that kind of stuff became very commonplace. I know that's when we got a computer in my house around like 98 or something like that, back when we had like Windows 95 or something like that.
Yeah, we didn't have internet though in mine.
Well, still the home computer, the family computer,
Mm-hmm.
and having internet for your house, not just like a business thing, and it wasn't just some fringe nerdy tech thing. It was like something that
this
you
is
had
a business
cool.
thing because we're going futuristic, and now I can send you a message instantly.
Yeah, exactly. It was a family thing too. You could send pictures through email, and people started developing all this other stuff, like how to, digital pictures. All of a sudden, you could start posting those and sending those, and instead of having to wait for somebody to show up so you can show them something or mail them something, everything was getting so much faster for everybody across the board, not just businesses or the extremely tech savvy or the extremely wealthy. It became commonplace. And so
Right.
we've grown up in that era, and we've seen stuff get faster and faster with dial-up, then DSL, then cable, and now fiber. And we've grown up in the era of having all of these websites that we can go to view entertainment for free, basically. That we look at cable. We look at a cable package and we go, well, what's the point if I can't pick and choose what I want to watch? You go on YouTube, you can watch what you want, the videos that you want. You could subscribe to certain things that you like, their content constantly, and things like that. Those are almost like subscribing to certain channels. And it's just our generation. That's just not a thing that a lot of people that I know do that nowadays.
Right. But I think, like I said, I again, it's just I think it's a lot of it has to do obviously with money, companies trying to keep making money, off of us, and because like you said, we don't look at
which once again, I can't fault them for wanting to keep their
right. I
customers.
can't
and
either. We all want to make money, but
because you're a business. That's what you're trying to do. But at the same point,
but there are other ways than throttling down speeds on
exactly
internet. I mean, there's a lot of other things you can do. I mean, especially like with how many like internet companies are like, hey, if you want to advertise here, have the company trying to do it there, or advertise on through your thing, pay a little bit, start charging advertisers. I mean, they got money to advertise. But that's just me. I mean, eventually, who knows what will happen with us. Anyway, let's move on. I mean, we got all past that, but I think, did we ask how your guys' Thanksgivings were? Yeah, I think we did, yeah.
We kind of talked a little bit about it. I mean, we didn't go into details. We just basically said good. I had my normal Thanksgiving for the past couple of years, which is my wife's family and her mom's parents, who all live in town. They provided us with the food, and we provided them with the location. So they bought stuff from a local restaurant that does kind of catering stuff.
They didn't even do cooking. Come on.
Oh, but it's delicious. It didn't matter. It was tasty, and we threw it all in crock pots, and we had a smoked turkey, so we didn't have to cook that. It was just you serve it at room temperature, because otherwise you don't want to heat it up because it'll dry it out.
Right.
And we had that at our house and hung out with them, and then after they left, we vegged for a couple hours, and then went to my grandmother's house to visit with my parents and brothers and wives and things like that. And then over the course of the weekend, it was just kind of seeing. I had a friend of mine in town that I've known, that I've been friends with since junior high, and he and his wife live out of town. They live in Detroit now, so they only come to town like maybe once every year, or maybe like twice a year. And so I hadn't seen them probably in a little over a year. So I hung out with them and caught up. It was good times, and so that was my weekend. It was relaxing. Still had to work because banks.
Yeah, banks never close. How about you, K-Dog or Bert?
We were so slow on Friday that I basically just sat around and read all day.
Wait, didn't watch my videos? Come on, man.
Well, no, we don't have internet in our department because we're like super mega locked down, and then I don't have that much data on my plan to just sit there and binge YouTube videos.
All right.
If only.
Yeah.
So sorry, man, but.
Yeah, no. I understand. You don't like what you do. You don't like being here. I understand. I'm kidding. How you? Me and Crash have been on a tangent apparently. Kendall, Bird, come on, man, say something. I'm sorry.
What's up, buddies? I was gonna say, is this the podcast where these two just talk?
Yeah.
Sorry, I got on a tear about net neutrality.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
that's why I'm figuring we need to get off of this one.
Yeah.
Let's exit the highway while we can. So
Exactly. Somebody else, please.
yeah,
It's
What
really
about-
hard for me to talk about it because it doesn't affect. Well, it does affect me, but it doesn't exactly completely
Not in an
affect me just
immediate-
not yet, at
Yeah.
least. Yeah.
Mm.
It's
What
just
about
like, all right, cool. I can't really make a difference about it, so you guys fuck off with your own stuff, I guess.
Yeah, and K-Dog's tired.
It's true. He doesn't want to deal with that shit.
Is Burnt or is Australia's Thanksgiving the same as? Well, I
I don't
guess
We
think
don't
you think-
celebrate it.
exactly. I was about to say Thanksgiving is an American holiday.
Yeah.
Like pretty much strictly
So
American.
it's just a Thursday for Burnt.
Yeah, it was just like, how
Pretty
was your
much.
Thursday?
Well, Friday, technically.
That's like asking
Alright.
Burnt, how was your 4th of July? Like, it doesn't fucking matter.
No, we don't celebrate it, but you can be sure that people fucking launch fireworks regardless.
It's
Oh,
that special time of the year to blow everything up because patriotism.
Yeah,
In a
it's like,
different country.
Sure. Well, we have Americans in our street, so they'd probably be like, "Yeah, let's do it!" Woo! It's like, oh god, shut up, please. I wanna go
shut
bed.
up, you dumb Americans.
It's not even fucking 4th of July where you're from. Jesus, it's tomorrow at least.
Gotcha. What about you, K-Dog? What's up with you? I haven't talked with you in a while.
Trying not to die. I was up for like 23 hours yesterday. Fucking Burnt
Why?
left me. Basically, I went to work, had one energy drink. It lasted throughout majority of the day. Come around like 8 o'clock, my mom woke up and I asked her if she wanted to go see Justice League. So we went and saw that at 10:30. It was around 1-ish when I got home and I was hungry for pizza. Because,
Because after a
Take
movie, you
it-
gotta have pizza, right?
well, no, I basically didn't eat until basically my lunchtime, which was like 10:30 at night. So almost like a full
Jesus.
like 14, 16 hours in
Mhm.
It's a
between
brunch.
that and look, I don't want to have a fucking argument with you guys because I would have been on fucking Crash's side.
We weren't having an argument.
We
were
weren't
just
having an
talking about it.
argument.
I think
We were
we're
just
all on the
talking
same
about it.
side.
Yeah, I was not having an argument. I mean, we were just
don't think
discussing.
Say that to the 5-10 minutes of you guys. Well,
Screaming
one
about
specific
brunch.
person talking about.
Oh, about brunch?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh, that argument. I
We
thought you
can
were talking about the
disagree.
net thing.
We can disagree and have a knockdown, drag out, fuck you fight over the existence of brunch or the definition of brunch. But
We
we're on
will
the same
agree to
page about-
disagree.
We're all on the same page about net neutrality. There are some things that
Yeah.
are a little bit more important.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
dumb. I don't know why they have it, and the fact that they're just doing a money grab, it's like, yeah, you greedy assholes, just
Yeah.
go make money elsewhere.
Well,
Speaking
out.
of,
but it's like, let's.
oh come on, I'm trying to get off of this.
Let's not. Sorry.
Come
Fantastic.
around 4 o'clock after Burnt left me to go back to sleep. I laid down. That was the wrong choice. And I passed out for 4 hours. I only woke up because I had piss, and then I saw it was like 7:08 or something like that when I messaged. I'm like, "Fuck!" I'm like, oh well. I would have been fucking quiet in that game of Armello anyway. I've just been not here.
You know what?
That
It's
was an
kind of good you
interesting
slept
game of
because that was a very loud game of Armello.
It's pretty long.
Oh
too.
yeah.
Yeah, that was,
Fucking.
Were you two arguing about the fucking towns again?
no, just things
Thank
that happened.
Christ.
I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it because that's the next series. No, I don't want to
Yeah.
spoil that one.
I'll give you guys like one little spoiler. Zorn's an asshole.
Well, that's a
That's
given.
yeah. I'm like, that's not a spoiler at all.
That's just me playing video games. I'm always an asshole. Unless I'm playing a simulator, then it's like, okay, I'm making money. You know. Speaking of which, I want
Making
that
money.
fucking Jurassic World building simulator already. Jesus fucking Christ.
What is this Jurassic World?
Jurassic
Oh,
World Evolution. It's basically a top-down, like, you know, you build your own dinosaur park. It's kind of like Zoo Tycoon, the thing I've been playing, except just with
Ooh.
dinos from Jurassic World, and it's just like, I want it now so bad. Give me it, please. I want to play it. I want it.
That looks pretty cool. Yeah.
Right? That does look kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shit, nice. I may get cut. I don't know.
Oh no.
But yeah, going back to the earlier thing about money grabbing. Why does everybody gotta have? I know it's the Christmas season. I know everybody's trying to get merchandise out there. But why does everybody have to reveal their good merch now when I have no fucking money?
You have no money.
So dumb.
Zorn,
Kendall?
this happens every year around Christmas time.
I know.
People come out with awesome things.
And usually I'm a lot better set, but
yeah,
ever since my injury, I don't have money for food.
Right. That's true. Ooh.
I don't have money for food. Like,
I'll
I
mail
have to
you a
limit.
potato.
Please do. I
Let's
need
old
it.
mail him a potato. I'll do it. Let's
Please,
do it.
just mail me potatoes. I want potatoes. No, like
just a giant sack of potatoes.
it's just a giant. No, I literally. It's like I have to stretch every paycheck to even just make me be able to have food or gas or anything. Like I can't purchase anything outside of like what I need to survive and pay bills. It's huge because when I was injured, I didn't get any money for being injured. Like I didn't get any time, you know, like they wanted me to use my vacation time on that, and it's like, no, I got a vacation coming up as it is. I can't use it now, so I lost 6 days of work. You know, it's just like,
Oh, we're starting this now? Is this what we're doing?
I don't know, but oh Jesus,
Ouch.
yeah.
Oh, I
Either
didn't
way,
see that second post.
yeah, but yeah, it's just like I've got no money for food at all. I'm like literally having to. I cannot eat lunch at work. I can't. It sucks, but I'll get through it. It'll
So
balance
for
out.
$15, I can mail you a potato with my face on it.
Really?
And say believe in brunch.
Believe in brunch.
I not gonna lie, I just looked to the side. What the fuck's going on here?
Wait, what?
I looked to the side of the fucking thing, chat, and I'm just looking at names.
Oh, Thrash Fest anus.
Somebody's sweating. Somebody's sweating.
Yeah, somebody's sweating.
All I can say is
Oh my god.
Oh god damn it, Kendall.
dude, this is the greatest button ever. Just
Where's my that was easy button?
That was an easy nut.
Yeah,
just
I'll get
just
that sound effect. But you can actually mail a potato to someone. Potato parcel.
Now they mail
Wow.
It's on Shark Tank. Are you fucking kidding me?
it's $10 for a single potato.
Right, but it's
but-
free shipping on orders over $25.
But what they do, and you can do this as well, is they just put the postage and everything on the potato. They don't put it in a box and ship it. They ship the potato.
Well, okay. I mean, you can do that because
You can just do that on your own. Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't just do that on your own.
right, but the thing, well, obviously you could put the picture, but the thing about it is, a potato is a tuber, so it's fine to be shipped. I mean, it doesn't go bad. It's basically a root, so it lasts a long, long time if you at least have the skin intact. So you could do. I mean, that's actually good. Also, the reviews are 5 out of 5 stars out of 263 reviews. Are you fucking kidding me?
dude, people want to mail them potatoes, man. Leave them
Jesus.
alone.
Right, it's the whole thing about it is how dumb the actual act is. Like, sure, you just get a potato at your door. It's not in a parcel. It's like a potato with a face on it. Like, here. Could you
Oh
just
my
imagine like the mailman's expression as he gives it to you? Just like and potato.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd
Now,
laugh.
now here's the thing. I'm looking at all the reviews. None of them have a picture, number one, but they're all verified buyer. But they're all like I loved it, blah blah blah, XYZ. You know, the look on my mom's face when she opened potato was priceless. It's great.
Dude,
Say
you want to
something
talk?
special.
You want to talk about reviews? Hold on.
Oh
Say something
God,
special
we'll
this
get with
Mother's
that.
Day.
The other thing is they don't just.
Bears.
You can
Give your
send a
mother
birthday
gift from
potato.
Mother Earth with a potato.
You can send. Oh my god! Holy shit!
it
They've
is.
sold. They've apparently have 1,180 reviews for the potato parcel with your message here. Oh my god!
That
You
is.
can,
So my question is, if I wanted to mail you, let's say I wanted to mail you one. Oh, he sent something. What is
oh
this?
no!
Oh no, not yet. He's looking it up. If
No,
I
I haven't.
If
I'm
I-
reading it.
sent you, let's say I wanted to send you like a lot of potatoes, like 20 potatoes.
Here's
Would
how I
they-
can tell you to do it. Send
Well,
me
if
the
I put
money
them
via
all in, like, a
PayPal.
box- Well, if I wanted them all in like a box, of course I have to pay by weight. But if a single potato is not enough weight to have to start paying for and shipping by weight, if I were to individually address and postage stamp each potato, would they take that? Like if I were to send like 20 postcards all at once, they wouldn't be like, hold on a second, you got to pay. But this is like a big weight, but I've paid for postage on each individual one. Get out of here, ladybugs. Fuck off.
I don't know.
Sometimes they're nice.
Get potatoes and go to the fucking post office. See what they say.
I think
Okay.
we're gonna have to have
We got to do this now. We
a
Crash.
Christmas miracle for Zorn, and he's gonna get like 30 fucking potatoes in the mail.
Well, no one knows my address, number one, so it'd be kind of hard. But
Yet.
it would
exactly.
be interesting.
Can I Venmo you a potato?
I don't know if I mean, well, what's a Venmo? First of all,
Venmo's kind of like PayPal. You can send money between people and stuff like that.
okay, we could do that. I mean, the easiest thing you could do is just send me money via PayPal, kind of deal. Just go that way, not buy myself
No,
a potato. Say,
Potato,
got it.
The potato
Oh my!
gives me a sense of satisfaction. that I
Everybody
helped.
go on Facebook right now.
If I send you money, I know you're just gonna
Please.
spend it on booze anyway.
Yeah, no, it'd be the Irish moonshine I had
What if
over
I
there.
if I'm giving you potatoes, you just kind of put them in the corner for like
No, I'd
you
eat
know,
that. I'd boil that and eat that fucker. I got no food
Put
right
it-
now. No,
put it in the
because
corner for like 9 months, forget about it, and then
oh,
suddenly
I
you
could
just
grow
have a
potatoes.
puddle of vodka.
Yeah.
Vodka bottle.
Yeah, no. No, the funny thing is because
Yeah,
I went and looked at the Potato Pal thing, guess what's on my fucking ad thing now for Facebook?
Oh, is it Potato Pal?
And Potato Pal is on
I'm
my
gonna see if mine
fucking
is as well.
Facebook.
Let's
Oh my god. Why is it on there?
Because it's the best.
Jesus Christ.
You know what also is the best?
Oh boy, what we got, Kendall?
see. Nut.
No. As much
No,
as I
the
would
nut's
love.
not good?
Besides that, it's you guys were talking about reviews
Mhm.
about the thing.
Oh, do you have some tasty reviews for us?
Yes, I do, because we were talking about this at work, funny enough, about... Let's leave it at this. Just go and look at the reviews for any candy bought at Amazon, because
Okay.
it is the greatest fucking thing you'll ever read.
Now the one
Like-
I have read. Oh, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
Like this one. It's for a 5-pound bag of Haribo.
Oh, is it the sugar-free gummy
go-
bears?
Yes.
Yes, that one is so good. Now that's specifically because it's sugar-free that it did that shit. But yeah, that is a great fucking review. That is a classic internet.
For the uncultured people here, me, can you say what's going on there?
I was about to read it.
Oh,
That was
okay.
a dramatic reading. Go ahead.
It's not the sugar-free one, but I don't think it is. Hold on, let me just double check.
Always double check your facts, kids.
No, this is just a regular gummy bears. It's not the sugar-free one, but it's just as funny as the sugar-free one. You know, it's not someone having diarrhea because they fucking ate sugar-free gummy bears and it fucked them up.
Wait, what?
No, you'll see.
All right.
I look forward to
Oh,
this.
oh Jesus. Okay, I'll read the second one too. Question with 311 upvotes. Question: have aliens tested the bears given the warning on the packet about gastrointestinal consequences of eating a product not from Earth? Answer. Answer. It's a well-known fact that the alien spacecrafts utilize flatulence as its main source of propulsion. In order to fully harness the massive amount of energy expelled, however, proper initial catalyst. See, look, this is why I don't read, because I can't fucking say things.
Dyslexia
Catalyst
kicking
must
in.
be used. The sugar-free variety containing lycosine is ideally suited for this task. This product contains sugar, not lycosine. Unfortunately, renders it unsuitable for the type of projectile bowel movements necessary.
Well then.
Apparently,
No,
someone's been
there's-
studying.
No, there's a few more, and it's fucking...
There's a lot of them. Can I get 535 of these ordered for our Congress? Answer: it might help them give a shit.
Oh god.
Will eating the entire bag in one sitting give you an exorcism? Do you mean orgasm? Yes.
That is beautiful.
No, here's my favorite one, no matter how fucked up it is. Will I get Hiroshima out of my bumhole only if I buy the 5-pound bag? Or can I... Or can I... Or can
Literally.
Or can I buy the 3.5 ounce bag and still have the same outcome? The ratio is
I think we
perfectly
found a-
balanced at 1 pound megaton for sphincter force.
By the way, I think we found our question title for this one. Will I get Hiroshima out of my bum? Was it
The
butthole
3.5
or bumhole?
Bumhole.
Okay, so it's English. Got it.
The 3.5 ounce bag is the more gentle Stinger missile. While it would take approximately one pound to achieve Hiroshima out of your bumhole, the truly brave can eat a full 5 pounds to reach the sphincter core meltdown to match Chernobyl with evacuation of nearby villages.
Oh my god.
I've got one here.
Oh god, no! Someone took a picture.
Oh, yeah. Some of these pictures are fucking great. Is it the one with the shit all over the ceiling?
No, it's a completely different one.
So
Holy
obviously
fuck.
it just gives you the shits, basically, is what it. Oh my god.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's all
I-
of the sugar-free stuff, and it's
No, this
I mean,
is just
it
a
is
regular.
skeleton.
Regular. This is just a regular one. So that was the first picture.
That's a lot of shit.
Wow.
That is one huge pile of shit.
Oh
my
god, someone Oh no, this is an entire fucking essay.
Oh
Jeez.
Jesus.
No, I gotta give this to you guys. I'm not gonna let you read the essay, but just go to the customer images and then look at the guy that's basically in cement.
Okay, fair enough.
Because that's something you gotta read on your own.
See,
Jesus
I found one
Christ.
that had this picture attached
Oh
to it.
god, no, that's okay. What is that? Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Wait, no, hold on. I gotta look at this.
I know
close.
this. I know this shit smear.
No, I may know this toilet actually.
I know this toilet, like personally, like you have a connection with it.
I've
Like,
had
so-
many
so-
I've had many religious moments on this toilet. If it's the one, nope, it's not the one. No, the reason I the reason I say that is on my vacation there's an outhouse out there that looks exactly like that, white walls, toilet like that, and all that shit, and it's just basically just a hole in the ground, and you have to strip down and everything, and oh my god, the bouquet that comes up when you open that toilet, it is
Oh,
so
man.
good.
Marinating.
There's sarcasm there. But
Here, I've got one real quick. Let me run through this.
But holy shit, I've had many religious moments on a toilet like that. Also, you're giving me all work to do. I gotta post this all in fucking the. in the
Don't buy
thing.
this unless it's a gift for someone you hate. Oh man, words cannot express what happened to me after eating these. The Gummy Bear Cleanse. If you are someone that can tolerate the sugar substitute, enjoy. If you're like the dozens of people that tried my order, run. First of all, the taste I would rate is a 5. So good, soft, true to taste, fruit flavors like the sugary variety. I was a happy camper. But not long after eating about 20 of these, all hell broke loose. I had a gastrointestinal experience like nothing I've ever imagined. Cramps, sweating, bloating beyond my worst nightmare. I have had food poisoning and some bad shellfish that were was almost like a skip in the park compared to what was going on inside of me right now. Then came the flatulence. Heavens to Murgatroyd, the sounds like the trumpets calling the demons back from hell, the stench like 1,000 rotten corpses vomited into the toilet. I couldn't stand to stay in one room for fear of succumbing to my own odors. But then there's more. What came out of me felt like someone tried to funnel Niagara Falls through a coffee straw. I swear, my sphincter was screaming. It felt like my delicate starfish was a gaping maw, projectile vomiting a torrential flood of toxic waste. 100% liquid, flammable napalm out of my butt. It was actually a bit humorous, and then just beyond anything I could imagine possible.
So next year.
Wow.
Okay, I got a bad tie into all this. So next year I want to do Extra Life, right?
Yeah.
And what I was going to do was I was going to buy I bought a 2-pound Rice Krispie treat that me and my roommate snacked on.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it was great. But I was going to eat the whole thing out over the stream. Like if I got if somebody gave me $5 kind of deal towards the Extra Life thing, I would I would like eat a bite of it,
Yeah.
take a bite and see if I could get through it all. If not, I would finish it in the last hour. Just like shovel it in.
Yeah.
Wait, the big gummy bear thing?
No. Rice Krispie treat.
It's a Rice Krispie the size of like your standard bed pillow.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, geez.
Me and my roommate had one of those, and I ate it. I think I actually have a picture of me with it. Hold on. But now I may have to change it and actually do like the gummy bear challenge and just try it that way. Oh my god, that'd be a huge Extra Life thing. Oh god. I would cleanse myself so bad.
You'll do more than cleanse yourself.
I will
my friend.
destroy the toilet.
Everything will snap, crackle, and pop on the way out.
Oh
Exactly.
god.
It'll be like fireworks going off in your toilet. Oh my god.
Me and my roommate ate all that.
Jesus.
Oh, wow.
That was the greatest day of our lives.
It's like eating a computer monitor made out of
It,
sugar.
It was bigger than my computer monitor. My big monitor of 23 inches. It was bigger than that, taller and wider. Oh my god, it was a great, great time. But yeah, so I'm definitely doing Extra Life next year, but I got to figure out now, do I want to do the gummy bear thing for just a pound
Gummy
of them?
bear.
I only want to do a pound.
No, dude, no. You don't want to. You don't want to.
Do it.
Not that I've personally done it, but I mean, if it's any type of the nuclear laxative that these people are talking about that it is, if it's anything like Mova Prep, which is the stuff that you drink before you have a I can't talk. Colonoscopy. Yeah, colonoscopy. It will, as there's a humor writer named Dave Barry, he said when he had the Mova Prep stuff, if the gummy bear is like that, quote, it will travel into the future and evict food from your bowels that you have not eaten yet.
Yeah, that's that. All right,
It's like weapons grade laxative.
Oh, if we're going like laxative food routes. All right.
Are we? Hold on. Wait.
I'm going that route.
Okay.
I have for after drinking to clear out my system. Like if I've got a hangover the next day, I have a cure-all that'll set you through.
All right.
I go out and buy 2 McDonald's burritos, the sausage
Burritos.
variety. Burritos. The sausage variety.
Burritos?
Yeah, burritos. And then what do you want to call it? I go and get, along with that, I get a large Coke, no ice, because we want all the Coke. And then I also get 1 or 2 sausage McMuffins. No egg, no nothing, just the sausage and cheese, basically.
This sounds horrible. This would make me vomit immediately.
Oh, no. I don't vomit from it, but oh my god, you want to talk about a colon cleanse? That is a colon cleanse. But it gets all the alcohol out of your system that's still in your stomach or anything like that. I mean, you're going to shit for about, 2 hours or so. But
I mean, it's nothing but bread and meat. How are you shitting? That would, turn into a
grease. You forget the grease.
You
Plus
lube it
also-
up and slip and slide it on out. Gotcha.
Exactly. But you also got to what is it? That's why the Coke's there for the caffeine, to make you use the bathroom, constantly with the pissing.
Yeah.
So you get that out of your system that way, and it replaces the hangover feeling in your head.
There's got to be
what-
something else that doesn't have 3,000 calories attached to it that you can do.
Oh, probably, but I don't eat the rest of the day, basically, kind of deal. So, so I don't think it's 3,000 calories. I don't think so. I think it's only like
if you eat
1,000 or
two-
so.
No, 2 breakfast burritos.
You do realize how big those breakfast burritos are, right?
But you
They're
realize that
small.
all it is
Exactly.
is just bread, cheese, and sausage, which is a
And
very,
tortilla.
And eggs.
well, I mean
and
that's
tortilla.
the bread. Yeah, exactly. So it's a lot of just protein and fat and carbs, like a high amount of it,
Mm-hmm.
with not a lot of extra stuff. It's
No.
just
Like I said, it cleans you out. It cleans you out. It's the grease, man.
so if we're okay at a lull, there is something that I want to talk about, and I
Uh-oh.
think this is something that everybody here can weigh in on.
All right.
Starting last Monday, or no, my bad, 2 Mondays ago. I was going to talk about this on last podcast, but we didn't have it.
No,
'Cause
because
it
we
would've
were
been-
all at Thanksgiving.
It would have been
Ah, shit.
more timely. So 2 weeks ago, on Monday, there was a post made in the Star Wars Battlefront subreddit.
Oh
The
god.
guy said, "Seriously, I paid
You're in
$80
Reddit.
$80 to have Vader locked." So this guy bought the deluxe package, and he's like, "I can't believe that Vader and Luke and a lot of some of the other main characters are locked, and you have to grind them out." An EA community team member responded and said, "The intent, talking about the grind, the intent is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking different heroes. As for cost, we selected initial values, blah, blah, blah." The big takeaway is that right there. This post is the most downvoted post in all of Reddit history right now. The second most downvoted post is a guy in real life asking for downvotes. It has 25,000 downvotes. This post has 674,000 downvotes.
So he's got
And this-
way more.
This post sparked a huge uproar, and therefore it's one of those things that a lot of people have been just kind of meh about, but a lot of people all of a sudden fixed their gaze on this one thing and went, "Hold on just a fucking second, this is bullshit. Why are we putting up with it?" And over the course of that week, a lot of it got international news. How many people were jumping on the bandwagon, and rightfully so, about Star Wars Battlefront 2 having their loot boxes blocking content, not only content that characters and stuff like that, which some other games do that, but the problem is that it also has upgradable cards, parts to upgrade your person. Basically, it's also
Play to
blocking.
win, basically.
Well, play to win is fine. Pay to win, the problem is
I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Pay to win.
that it was blocking out content that could improve how you played as a player. Of course, skill is always going to trump that, but there are certain cards and upgrades and maybe better characters, better weapons that you could get in these loot boxes, which would be fine, but you could pay money for currency in the game to then spend on the loot boxes for a chance of grinding that stuff. So then it became pay to win. And a lot of people looked at that and went, "Well, hold on a second. This is already a $60 or $80 game, and that's in America. If you're in Canada or in
It's more.
or in Australia,
Mhm.
it's gonna cost more. But we're already
Yeah.
paying full price for a AAA title, and then on top of that, you're blocking out a lot of content. People may go, "Oh, well, look at League of Legends, and here's the Storm." It's like, yeah, but those are free to play games, and you can, you grind out the stuff that you want. It's the time you spend doing that.
Right. I
You
think
know,
they.
It's just cosmetics that you're paying for.
Right.
Well, but
Exactly.
in League of Legends is Hero of the Storm. You do have to
or
unlock
Overwatch.
heroes.
Or Overwatch to throw
Well,
in as
no,
well.
no. Overwatch is different. So League of Legends and Heroes of the Storm, not all the heroes are available. You have to actually get in-game
right.
currency to unlock heroes, or you can pay to unlock
Actually-
them. But it's a free-to-play, unless, of course, they've changed that recently. I haven't played League in about a year.
No.
it's
League has always been, you get certain amounts of
Gold or
it's
whatever.
IP, I believe.
IP,
No, it's
yeah.
IP
Yeah,
in
IP.
League, and every hero can be bought with either RP, which is
Their
normal
in-game,
currency,
which is
yeah.
real money.
real money, or IP. It's
And
all the skins that you get, which are only RP.
Well,
You can
but
get every hero with like you can grind it out to get every hero without
exactly.
being
That's
sent.
what I'm saying. Is that you don't have to pay
Same
a
thing
cent.
with Heroes of the Storm.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Now, Overwatch is different because you pay. So both of those are free to play games. Overwatch, you pay however much it is
Right.
now, like $30 or $40, but you pay the full game price. But all of the content is there. You're not locked out from any heroes, any maps, anything like that, and everything that you get in loot boxes is cosmetic only. It doesn't give you more power or any other options to do that. It's all cosmetic. So a lot of people have been pointing at that and going, hey, those are loot boxes. Because a lot of people are basically going, okay, this is gambling in a game that's rated T. So we have people that are under the age of legal gambling to basically they can spend money to try and unlock a digital thing that they want. That's basically gambling. And so, and you know, people blasted because EA owns the rights to Star Wars for video games, but Disney now owns the overall Star Wars IP. And Disney, if you didn't know, is very, very protective of their IP and very, very kid and family friendly. So when people started blasting Disney on Twitter about, oh, this is like a gambling in your kid's game for your IP, like it got really, they basically, you don't fuck with the mouse. That's one thing about Disney. Disney's a huge corporation. You don't fuck with them.
Did you not see the shit? Did you not see him beat the shit out of those Jonas Brothers on South Park?
Exactly. That was a documentary. Few people know that. So anyway, so that happened. So then they had an AMA a few days later, but they didn't have an AMA. See, and here's the problem. They made a relatively decent game. I think it's a fucking stupid game because it's basically Battlefield with Star Wars skins. It's not Battlefront. If you ever played any of the OG Battlefronts back when they were released in 2002, 2005, something like that, those games were completely different. All the Battlefield games is basically a Star Wars. Battlefront now is just Star Wars skin on Battlefield. So anyway, DICE, who's the developer of the game, which is not EA, who's the publisher who added in all the bullshit, DICE did an AMA, and a lot of people asked them very straightforward questions. Everybody was very polite, and they didn't get a whole lot of answers, and the answers they did get were kind of bullshit and PR dancing around the question. But the problem is, it's like, we don't want to talk to you. You made the game. We want to talk to the people that put all this shit in the game. We want to talk to the publisher, EA. And so they got blasted. And then finally, near the end of the week, EA came out with this bullshit announcement. It said, as we approach the worldwide launch, it's clear that many of you feel that there are challenges in the design. As we've heard the concerns about potentially giving players unfair advantages, and we've heard this is the overshadowing an otherwise great game. This was never our intention. Sorry, we didn't get this right. Okay, so far, so it sounds like they're apologetic. We hear you loud and clear, so we're turning off all in-game purchases. Awesome. So you can't buy anything in-game, only with the currency that you unlock, and then you can use that. Okay, everything's in-game. We will now spend more time listening, adjusting, balancing, and tuning. This means the option to purchase crystals in the game is now offline, and all progression will be earned through gameplay. And here's where everything falls apart. The ability to purchase crystals in-game will become available at a later date only after we've made changes to the game, i.e. once we've hit our sales quota and everybody's bought the game, we'll just turn them back on. Fuck you.
We didn't learn anything. We just want you to buy the game.
Exactly. It's like, oh yeah, sorry, we'll turn them off for now. And then... So a lot of people did not eat the shit that was given to them on a silver plate, and it's just been so wonderful to watch everything burn to the fucking ground.
Now, did you hear that? Did you see the snowball effect that's happened because of all that?
Well, and they're European. I know Belgium and a few other European countries are talking about raising the ratings on any game that has a loot box system to whatever their age is for that country for gambling. So whether it's 18 or 21 or whatever, even if your game is only rated E or teen, you have to at least be old enough to gamble to buy those games.
Yeah, the thing is, what are you laughing about?
What happened, Kendall?
What
fuck?
Oh my god!
It's like is that a koala bear with legs?
Hey, Red Riding Hood.
What movie is that fucking from?
Oh, that's a wolf. I could not fucking tell what that was.
What movie is that from?
Wow.
Man, we went way off topic real quick.
Yeah, but like from what I've seen, they haven't talked about it. They've made it law, from what I've heard.
Oh,
they're
okay. So they actually
they're
have.
going to progress with it.
Good.
Pretty sure that they're gonna like anything that's had any sort of what was it, gambling or anything that has
Loot boxes,
like,
anything that you can unlock with real money via chance,
yeah,
or even
It's
in-game
gonna be-
currency, I guess.
So they're either going to have to do that, and they're going to do that, but like raise the price, raise the age limit. But I'm pretty sure they're also going to raise the price because them doing that, they have to then buy the license to be able to allow people to gamble on that, and then with that, the people they buy it from, they get like a tax percentage or like 20% or whatever the bullshit it was,
Yeah.
and it's just going to raise the price of loot boxes exponentially.
And here's the thing: they could have avoided this whole thing if they had done one or two things. If they wanted more money, so games have been AAA title games have been $60 for over a decade now. I mean, when the Super Nintendo was out in the 90s, so that's like 20 years ago, over 20 years ago. I remember those games, Super Nintendo cartridges were 60, some of them 70 or $80. So the price of games has actually gone down for AAA games. It stayed at $60 pretty much steady for the past 15 years or so. And then you even have games out that are cheaper. If you go on Steam, there are plenty of games out there for $5, $10, even big budget games that come out and they're like, hey, we're only going to charge $30 for it.
Yeah.
So if they had gone, hey, we've spent a lot of money on this stuff, and inflate, the price of making these games, these with the newer graphics and everything like that requires a more substantial team. Prices, have gone up for us to make the stuff. Why, we're gonna give you everything, but we're gonna charge $80 and then $100. We're going to have to charge a little bit more just because $60 is too cheap. People would have been like, but if they provided them everything they needed and made it only cosmetic, they would have been like, oh, okay, we understand. Or I think the other thing is if they had made it free to play and not a $60 or $80 full retail AAA game price, if they had made it full to play and then done the other stuff, people would have been a little less bent out of shape about it. But because they tried to do both, they tried to take. Here's the thing: they made a AAA game and they tried to monetize it continually in a mobile, like phone game way by locking things out via playtime and cash and stuff like that. And they're actually like there's some ways that they block you out time wise, where you, after a certain number of games, you at least in the offline mode, you stop earning in-game credits, and you have to wait hours in order for that option to come back up. And somebody actually did the math. They said that if you were to unlock everything in the game, it would take you either $2,100, which who's going to spend $2,000 fucking dollars on this game? $2,100 or 4,500 hours. Now, 4,500 hours, if you were to play 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, like it was your job, it would take you 2.5 years to do that. Yeah. Think about playing a single game 8 hours a day for 2.5 years. Like, I can't.
You're nuts.
Well, I can't. Well, the other thing is, Battlefront 1 just came out 2 years ago. What's to say Battlefront 3 comes out in 2 or 3 years and makes all of your progress obsolete because everybody moves on to the new game? Who fucking cares at that point?
It's your Call of Duty experience all over again.
It's like nobody's going to spend 4,500 fucking hours playing your copy-paste bullshit game that you're just going to release another one in 3 years. And it's not like other games out there where people have dumped tons of time into, like Dota or League of Legends, that all they've done is given patch updates, but it's the same game that's been out for 7 years at this point. They would release a whole new game, Battlefront 3 or whatever, and instead of, because that's what they do. That they wouldn't release like updates and patches or any DLC that you have is probably going to be paid for as well on top of all the other shit. It's just like you can only do one.
You know what I am really surprised about though?
Go for it.
The fact this didn't blow up before. They did the exact same thing with Dead Space 3. Only because it was single player, not as many people got bent out of shape. But the fact, how in Dead Space 1 and 2, how you get you go through a bit of a jump scare here and there, and you find things to open doors, and you're like, yeah, cool, this single player game, completely offline, awesome. And then in 2, you got a multiplayer aspect where you could fight people or something.
Mm-hmm. Where you can be the space creature. Yeah,
well, in 2, they basically was like, all right, well, you in 1 and 2, there's power nodes that you can upgrade weapons with, and you can sort of progress the game so you can buy stuff in the in-game store, but not with actual money.
Yeah.
In 3, they took most of that out and gave you like, all right, so here is scrap metal that you got to find, but you can also use this for loot boxes. So you can pay us to progress in the single player to be able to create these weapons. It's like, well, then you're taking the entire shop out, so therefore you can't buy the weapons, so therefore you either have to scavenge the entire world in the Dead Space 3 universe, which is not a bad idea. Or we just be like, yeah, sure, have the money, have this, and have loot boxes so you get a chance at getting fucking scrap metal. Then you can do that. It's like, why didn't it be blow up then?
It's like the mobile version. Like I said, you can play for a certain amount of time, and then it goes, oh, you've played enough for today, or you can pay us more money to keep going to the next level. And it's kind of like that, where it's like, oh, you can spend all of your time. Basically, you're paying to take time away. You can spend all of your time. What is more valuable, your time or your money? Because we want to suck both of them dry. You're either going to spend a ton of money in this time sink, grinding and maybe getting the things that you want because it's loot boxes, it's random number generator, or you can just pay us. But the thing is, in Battlefront and in Dead Space as well, what you were saying is that you wouldn't buy the thing directly that you wanted. You would pay to go to a slot machine in the game to maybe get a shot at getting what you were getting.
I think me and Piddle know about slots, right? Borderlands.
Oh yeah. fucking like, all right, we're getting tired. Time to stop playing Borderlands. Let's go to Moxie's, start fucking gambling on the slot machine.
We would spend over a half hour
sitting there for half an hour to an hour.
I have done
on the fucking
same thing.
Machine.
But see, the other thing is that EA as a publisher, they have a ton of money. They're a huge company, and they buy another, or they buy the rights to the games that a publisher creates, and they go, okay, we're going to give you funding and all this kind of stuff. You make a game for us, but we're going to kind of have our fingers in the recipe.
In the pie.
Yeah, and then they put out a game, and then it eventually dies. So like a list of game companies that have died under EA: Visceral, Phenomic, Black Box, Pandemic, Maxis, Origin, Westwood. I still will not forgive them for Westwood. Bullfrog. So like we'll never see another like TIE Fighter game. Rogue Squadron probably.
I like Rogue Squadron.
Command and Conquer is dead. Mass Effect.
I know.
They came out with a new Mass Effect game, but apparently it wasn't that great. Dead Space, Skate, Medal of Honor, Army, Burnout, like all of these games that these other companies, other publishers have made, EA bought them and then they fizzled.
Burnout.
Yeah.
Now that being said, I will say one thing: EA bought Westwood and then created probably my favorite game in the series, which is Generals. So they got that going for them, but that is a small point of contention. That is a small plus on the side of negatives that we've just been talking about.
Exactly.
But I think
this
is
is
fucking
great.
Incredible.
Yeah, this is great. Good job, EA. What about the rest of the sins that you've created?
Exactly.
They all suck. But I think we can all agree we hate EA. But you know what? It's that time again. So we got to wrap this thing up, unfortunately.
We're actually
like I said,
it came out 2
over.
weeks ago. We didn't talk about it last week because we were all out and about. I wanted to kind of
I know.
Open up that discussion because that was a big news thing, especially for us being, a gaming-centric channel. That'd be something for us to talk about.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
I'm glad you did because I was going to bring it up if you didn't.
There you go. I'm glad you. Burnt got heated right there for a bit.
He got salty again. He got hot as like firewood that he's now called. Anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we got to end it here. So, thank you all for watching, and as always, enjoy the show.
Maybe next time we'll be a little bit more pleasant. We'll be happy people.
No, we won't.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was fun, wasn't it? Well, I got some sad news. Bubba's gonna be retiring. Driving his truck these last 7,000 miles or so, especially this long haul, it just wears on the old bones, So unfortunately, we're gonna have to call it quits. The idiots will be around, I'm sure, but hey, for right now, no more Misfit podcast with old Bubba here, so take care, and you know what? Get the fuck out of my truck.